fuck. This is my office where I work. My dog is fucking around outside right now. I'm just knocking shit over today, dude. My life has completely changed in the last 3 years. I spent a long time confused about the world. How to make money, how to be successful, how to be happy, who to listen to. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I've realized in life, and I've made a lot of mistakes. Like, I really have. I've made a ton of mistakes. And because of the mistakes that I've made, I've learned a lot of things. And one of the biggest mistakes that I ever made was not following my own intuition and talking myself out of the natural inclinations that I was having to accomplish my goals or just chase something greater outside of the norm, right? Now, I feel like when you really want to accomplish something bigger than the average, outside of the normal, there's going to be a lot of confusion. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty. You're not really going to be clear on what it is you're doing. But when you start to accomplish that goal, like let's just say it's business or bodybuilding, when you start to harness your inner ability, and really it's kind of like your ability to put two and two together, you start to feel like, oh, I'm actually building something, right? Where at first you were confused, you were anxious, you were scared. Like let's just say it's your first day in the gym, or it's your first day with a new business, right? And you have pretty much no fucking idea what you're doing, and you're just trying, right? And you're just attempting. And I think the biggest thing, right, is like, what makes people not reach their goals? Okay? And it's a matter of, it's like, I look at it as like an energy matrix. There's like time, and then there's like physical energy, you know? And those are really, a lot of times when you don't have money, those are the places where you need to use and really, you know, utilize what you have, which is your time and your energy. And I've talked about this before in, little blips of content, but I really wanted to break down this concept because I learned this the hard way. I learned that while money is important, you don't make money without time and without energy. And when you leave a job, like when I left my 9 to 5 or whatever the fuck, it wasn't even a 9 to 5, it was like a 7 to 7, 6 days a week, left my manual labor job, I realized, it's not that hard to realize, it's a pretty abrupt fucking thing where you're like, okay, well, I have pretty much no money in savings. The money that I was making at this job is not going to come in anymore. So what do I have now? And what I realized was I had these two extremely valuable sources of energy, which was physical energy and time. Now, when you always focus on money and your whole entire fucking goal in life is just money, it's kind of ironic because you never get it and it always seems out of reach, versus understanding that money is made as a result of, it's like a multiplication formula. It's like you have time and you have energy, and when you multiply them together, you get money. And, you know, a lot of times I would talk myself out because I was like, well, I didn't make $1,000 today, so all my work was meaningless. And the problem with this is like, because we go to public school, because some of us go to college, I went for a little bit, like 6 weeks, and most of us work regular 9 to 5 jobs, and there's cultural things within those things. Like there's the 9 to 5 culture, right? The thinking, the ways of thinking, the ways of speaking, the ways of being when you're at those jobs. You become accustomed to expecting the result on like a weekly basis because you get paid for what you do for just showing up. You know, most jobs are not performance-based. They're not, whether they'll try to lie to you or not. They're really not performance-based. Just do the bare minimum, show up. clock in and get paid. And I was a bodybuilder when I quit my job. I was fucking trying to be a full-time bodybuilder while working, which is like kind of hard. It's not impossible. A lot of people do it, and more kudos to them. But I didn't understand how I tried to take my 9 to 5 money thing where I was like, I work, get the money, and then it's in my bank account, and like I should expect money if I work for it. And I tried to apply it to bodybuilding, but it didn't work. It didn't work because I would show up at the gym. I would just show up. And then I realized, I was like, well, I'm not really getting the results that I wanted because I realized that I was expecting a return on just showing up, not using the time and using my energy in a valuable way. And I want you to understand what this means, guys. This means that for all of you guys that are broke, for all of you guys that are, let's say you're not broke. Let's say you're out of job and you're getting paid fine. You're like, Gabe, I'm not even broke, dude. Like, I'm not broke. My bills are being paid. You know, I leave my job and I go to the gym and I get my meal prep together or whatever. And, you know, no, it's not the best. It's not the ideal situation, but Gabe, I make 80 grand a year. I make 75 a year. I make 120 a year. And to those people, I say this, look, if you're happy doing that and you understand that, look, your job is paying you off showing up, not necessarily based off performance, unless you're in a sales position, then that's okay. Like, it's okay to be like not broke, making money somewhere and be disagreeing with me and being like, well, no, I'm fine with where I'm at. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to the people that are forgetting about the 2 most important resources that they have that aren't money. If you're broke, you need to hear this, and it's probably easier for you to understand. If you're not broke and you're making 600 grand a year, it doesn't matter. You have probably missed the jump. You've missed the point here. And what I mean is this. I believe, right, in my business, the way that I run my business, I have a coaching business. So, like, for example, I'll give you an example. Right now, what I'm wearing, I got a hoodie on, I got my fucking hat from Tractor Supply, I got my sweats from my clothing company, No Victim Apparel, and I also got my slippers on, and this is I'm just in the middle of my work day, and this is my life. And I love the lifestyle that I live, but this was crafted in my mind. Like, I want you guys to understand that it doesn't even make sense, really. Like, what do you mean I wake up every day, do whatever I want? I coach bodybuilders to make more money. I coach fitness coaches to make more money with free tools, Instagram and YouTube. And like, what I sit here sometimes and I'm like, how the fuck did I even pull this off? But then I look back and I go, oh, wait. I had nothing but the internal energy that I could express. I had nothing but time. I had no money. There was nothing else that I could do but express myself from that energetic level. And that's how I ended up making money. So the reason I'm talking about being broke and being able to understand this, or if you're not broke and being able to understand what I'm saying, is because I believe that the real draw for people is to make money using their time and energy in the most efficient way that they see fit. This is what kept me job hopping from job to job to job till I was 25, right? Because I needed it. I wanted to be successful in the way that I saw fit, right? I didn't want to work bullshit manual labor jobs. And then even when I had went into sales, I go, I don't want to sell something for someone else. When I was already a walking billboard for my fucking business, I was a bodybuilder. People were asking me for help left and fucking right. And I was doing it for free and I wasn't making any money. That's another story. But I don't know, I kind of woke up the other day and I started to realize, I'm like, you know what? I was like, people need to know about this. People need to know that money is created from these moments of realizing like, okay, money is a lagging indicator of spending your time and energy wisely. And when you're always chasing money, you're always just, you're trying to, it's like a Band-Aid. You're trying to get that quick fix. But I'm telling you guys, like, if you want longevity and you want to do something that that makes you fulfilled, that, you know, you're like, okay. And if you watch my videos in any way, shape, or form because you aspire to be like me, or you know, you look to me as like an older brother or a mentor or even a younger brother, it doesn't matter what it is. I just want you guys to know, like, heart to heart, like from me to you, just you who's watching this, that there is a completely different side of living your life when you stop making money the top priority. And I know, guys, I get it. I post my Lamborghini, I post my cars, I have my watch on, and I'm not in my sweat, I'm in sweats and I have my watch on. Like, why, right? I'm not doing it to show off. I'm not doing it to say like, hey, I'm fucking better than you. I'm doing it to show you proof. I'm doing it to show you proof. I was working manual labor 4 fucking years ago. Do you know what all the logical people told me? Gabe, don't leave this job. It has good benefits. It has good pay. What are you doing, bro? Even I had people close to me like, bro, you job hopped so much. Like, why are you leaving this job again? Really? It's like, damn, Gabe, you'll never change. You'll never change, right? But I knew. See, you guys have to understand, like, you know yourself the most out of anyone. What did I say in the beginning? What was the biggest problem? What was my biggest sticking point? It wasn't that I didn't have money. It wasn't my background. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't what other people were saying to me. It wasn't any of that. It was my inability to follow my own intuition. Because I have people that were doing better than me financially. So I'd go, well, if they tell me something that I'm doing is wrong and they make more money than me, then maybe I am wrong. But this isn't about money, bro. You don't make money. Anyone can go fucking make money. I know a bunch of people in my network that can make money. And I know an even more overwhelming majority of those people that are literally on the edge of fucking losing it all, at least their sanity, because they have no fucking peace. They don't actually listen to their own intuition. This can happen on any fucking level. It's like, I'm not doing what I want to do. Well, what is your intuition telling you? Well, it's telling me to do this. Well, why aren't you doing it? Because I'm scared. Because guys, there's always going to be friction points in between that. If it was so easy, everyone would fucking do it. If what I was saying right now was so fucking easy, I wouldn't have to make 100 fucking videos about it. I wouldn't be on social media every day. I wouldn't be coaching my clients. I wouldn't be essentially pleading with you guys to understand and really help you realize that I'm not different than you. I'm actually the same. Maybe not the same exact fucking person as you. I'm not, duh. But we're connected. Regardless of our differences, that's okay. That's what makes us human. But we're connected by our likeness and by our similarities. I have the children right now. That's also what makes us human. Is that I've been through what you've been through. And some of you guys have been through what I won't go through or haven't gone through yet, or whatever it is, vice versa. What I want you to understand is that there is a real aspect to listening to that inner voice and how it correlates to financial success. Like, I know, guys, I'm a business coach. I teach people how to make money. But why do you think I always take these angles on making money? Because it's not just about strategy. Yes, you need strategy. There's always strategy, man. Come on, right? It's like you can't just, build an airplane with heart. You know what I mean? Like, you need strategy, right? But I mean, what put the first airplane in the sky? Do you understand what I'm saying? What were those thought processes of those people that innovated? And you, in your own life, you don't have to build the next fucking airplane. You don't have to build the next billion-dollar company. Can you take your intuition and innovate your life with your own inner voice? Because that's the key. Now, it's not what I'm saying to do. I'm not saying be like me. I'm not saying you have to want the same things. I'm saying have the conversation with yourself about what you really fucking want. and have a real conversation with yourself about, what am I willing to do to get it? If you guys like this video, you can message me the words YouTube Elite on Instagram. I answer all my Instagram DMs. I have no setters, no VAs. I'm a one-person business. I don't do sales calls. I don't do any of that. I work one-on-one with bodybuilders. I have about 35 clients right now. I don't work with more than 40 people a month. And that's the way I run my business. Why? Because I follow my intuition, and I have allowed myself to be innovative based off my own inner voice. It's super powerful, guys. If you want to build your business, you can message me on Instagram. Regardless, I appreciate the support. Subscribe, comment below some more videos that you guys want to see. I love this off the cuff style. This is me. This is my real life. I appreciate you guys. No victim.